All right, hello. So you want the easiest and cheapest way to stay in Thailand. But you don't want to marry a Thai girl, you don't want to do Muay Thai, and you don't want to do anything that's otherwise illegal. So this is how you stay in Thailand for 449 days with one visa and a few £100. Now, I assume you're all as lazy as I am, so I'm going to spell it out for you so you don't have to think. All right, so let's begin. So the following countries get a visa exemption. What that means is Thailand likes you and you get 30 days for free. You don't need a visa. It's not a visa on arrival, okay? When you first come in from Thailand, there's a bunch of forms called visa on arrival. You walk past them, you think, do I need to fill one of these out? No, you don't, all right? You just walk straight to customs and you get your stamp, okay? So if I call out your name, congratulations. Andorra, Argentina, Australia, Austria, Bahrain, Belgium, Brazil, Brunei, Cambodia, Canada, Chile, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Hungary, Iceland, Indonesia, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Japan, Korea, Kuwait, Laos, Latvia, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Macau, Malaysia, Maldives, Mauritius, Myanmar, Monaco, Mongolia, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Oman, Peru, Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Qatar, Russia, San Marino, Singapore, Slovak Republic, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, Ukraine. That was Turkey, Ukraine. United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom, United States, Vietnam. All right, if you're not on that list, it's because your country sucks and Thailand hates you, okay? But don't worry, the video is still relevant to you. You just need to start at part 2 of this video. Okay, so from that list, the following countries get a 14-day visa exemption. Surprise, surprise, Myanmar, Cambodia. Cambodia, it's called Muay Thai, not Muay Cambodia. And Myanmar, you know why. Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Peru get 90 days visa exemption because they are supplying the Thai government with the best cocaine. And Korea also gets 90 days because Thailand wants to be Korea. Okay, so you've got your plane ticket to Thailand. You chose Thai Air because it's a slightly quicker flight, or you chose Eva Air because the food's better and the flight attendants are sexier. I was joking. It was just a joke. All right, so you've landed. What next? You run, okay? You run for 5 minutes to customs. You run past all the little Asian ladies, all the people glued to TikTok. You run past all the dying white middle-aged men and you get there first, right? You save yourself 30 minutes, you get there first, boom, passport stamped, 30 days. Happy birthday, congratulations, go find yourself, destroy your livers, fornicate with women half your age. I don't care. Oh, do you know what, I'm gonna take this off. Oy. Yeah, no, this was not real. It's just a joke. So what happens when your 30 days are up? You get a visa extension, okay? How long for? 30 days. Where? Well, that depends. Now, I assume most of you are in Bangkok, Phuket, Pattaya, Chiang Mai. But for those of you who are not, I'm gonna put a list here of all the places. Just pause the video, find out where you are, and that's where you need to go to, okay? You need to do it in person. The online website does not work. Thai government websites do not work, all right? It's got to be done in person. You're going to need your passport, a photocopy of your passport bio page, a photocopy of the most recent entry stamp. Don't make the mistake of photocopying the wrong one because you have to rejoin the queue, and a passport size photo of yourself. Now, I live in Bangkok, so I get mine done at IT Square Laxi. All right, so I'm going to talk you guys through that. If you don't live in Bangkok, then this is still relevant to you. You just need to get it done wherever's closest to you. All right, so you get there by taxi. Every single taxi driver in Bangkok knows where IT Square Laxi is. 0% of taxi drivers know the way from IT Square Laxi to your apartment, okay? So on the return journey, make sure you have Google Maps up directing you, else your taxi driver's gonna take you willy-fucking-nilly all over Bangkok. The only reason you get a train there is if you live close enough or you have no money. All right, so you've arrived at IT Square Laxi. Where is the extension area? It's on the second floor. all right? That's 2 floors up from the ground floor, 2 escalators up. And it's gonna be where all the other people that look like you are. Now, if you didn't bring photocopies or you don't have the documents, you could have your passport, just go home and get your passport. But if you do have your passport, nothing else, there's a photocopy shop right next to where you get it done. Okay, super convenient, super cheap. They do a really good job. Once you've got that, looking at the photocopy shop, you turn 90 degrees to the right. You walk all the way to the end, and there's gonna be some desks and some chairs, and there's gonna be 3 document bins. You need to take a form from each one and fill them out, all right? And once you've done that, you turn 180 degrees. Behind you are 2 ladies sitting at a desk. There might be a queue for it, there might not. You need to give your completed documents to them, along with all the other documents you have. And this is the bit where you find out if you have an above average or below average IQ. If you did cock up, you need to redo the form, make the corrections, and rejoin the queue. Once you've given it to the ladies and they're all okay with it, they'll give you a number. You just go and sit down where everyone else is sitting down. They'll call out a range of numbers. Once you've done that, you go inside if you're in that range. You take another seat and you just wait for your number to be called out. Once it's called out, you hand over 1,900 Thai baht. It has to be cash, okay? It has to be Thai baht. You hand that over with your passport, all your documents. They'll go through it, they'll check it, they'll ask you to leave. Once everything's okay, they'll come back out, they'll return your passport, and boom, another 30 days, all right? So that's 60 days right now, 2 months. All right, I also have some super juicy tips about Laxi. If you don't plan on extending in Bangkok, you can just move forwards. But tip number 2 is kind of relevant to everyone. All right, number 1, if you didn't know, Thailand is a country of practical jokers. And one of the funniest jokes they like to play is they leave their toilets unequipped with either toilet roll or a bum gun. I know. Now, it's the same story at Laxi, okay? But there's just one toilet that has toilet roll. And to get there, you need to go to the first floor, all right? That's 1 escalator up from the ground floor. You head to the west side of the building for all you scouts. For everyone else, it's the opposite side from which you entered, and it's on the long length of the building. And there's usually like a little popcorn stand there. Go inside, the toilet rolls by the sinks. You're welcome. Ladies, I can't speak for you, obviously, but you guys always have wipes anyway. Tip number 2, and this kind of applies to everyone. Check the date of your extension does not fall on the same day as a Thai holiday. If it does, you're fucked. All right, immigration's closed. So what can you do? You come back when the holiday is over, all right? On the first day after the holiday, you come back. They will stamp your extension from the date that it was due, not from the date that you went there. But don't worry, you don't have to pay any fees for overstaying. The problem is you now have a bottleneck of 3 to 6 days of people all wanting to get their passports renewed on the same day. Okay, so here's what you do. You need to be at Laxi the moment the mall opens. All right, you run upstairs, you get all your documents signed, filled out correctly, hand it to the ladies, and you get it done as soon as possible, okay? If you think you can arrive at 10 a.m., I promise you, you'll be leaving at 8 p.m. Okay, tip number 3. The immigration officers have utter disdain for foreigners. And the way they've chosen to express this disdain is by leaving the aircon off on the 2nd floor. All right, it gets really hot up there. It's usually not a problem because you get your visa done pretty quick. But if point number 2 does apply to you, then you'll be there all day and there's gonna be a lot of people and it gets really hot. Fortunately, I know just the place. So if you're looking at the photocopy shop, you turn 180 degrees, you walk all the way to the end, you take a right, you walk past the men's toilets, past the lifts, past the women's toilets, and I'm not blaming you ladies, but it always stinks. You walk past all the massage ladies. My pen and I, you take a left, and then you look left again, you'll see some more toilets, and there'll be a corridor. At the end, there's a wire mesh door. That's where the super aircon is. You're welcome. All right, so as I said, we're at 60 days. Now what? Well, you can repeat this process 3 times, all right? Now, to repeat it, you have to leave the country and re-enter. And it's actually only 3 times if you arrive via airport. If you do arrive via the border, it's gonna be 2 times, twice, for my American. Obviously, I know money talks in this country, and there's many things you can do illegally, but you're only allowed to do it 3 times, all right? Now, as it happens, I was actually able to do this 5 times, and that's because I'm lucky. The 4th time I came in, I was taken aside to a questioning room. Fortunately for me, the questioning room was full and the guy that took me aside couldn't be bothered, so he just let me in. The 5th time, I had my girlfriend with me who could speak Thai to the officer and convince him to let me in. You're welcome to try your luck. You might not be as lucky. It's up to the discretion of the officer whether or not they let you in. It does say online, and this is incorrect, that you have unlimited entries via air. It also says online you have a limit of 3 times in 6 months. Well, if each time you get 2 months, 3 times 2 months is 6 months, which is practically unlimited. And that's also not true. All right, so you need to leave the country. I personally recommend flying to Vietnam. I usually go to Da Nang. It's the cheapest, the closest. Plus I've made 2 videos there, which you can check out here. Now, if you did try your luck and they rejected you at the border, okay, they refused entry. By the way, that's not the same as being kicked out of the country. If they refused entry, you're welcome to fly to the cheapest country and work on part 2 of this video, which will get you back into Thailand, okay? All right, so you need a new visa now. You don't want to marry a Thai girl. You don't want to do Muay Thai. You don't want to join an educational institution. You're not over a certain age. So what do? The easiest and the cheapest visa to get, I promise you, is a multiple entry visa. It's a 6-month visa. I said that weird. It's a 6-month visa. You're allowed to enter Thailand for 60 days each time, and those can in fact be extended 30 days up to 90 days, at which point you need to leave the country and re-enter. Now, the duration of the visa is 6 months. So if you leave the country and re-enter on the penultimate day that the visa ends, you'll actually get another 60 days, which can then be extended to 90 days. So you'll actually get 9 months on your visa. And I'm pretty sure the multiple entry visa can be extended to a year. Gonna cost you some money. The cost of the 6-month multiple entry visa is £150 if you're in the UK. It actually varies between $150 and $250. Depending on the location, easiest way to apply for it is online. However, there are certain countries where you cannot apply online from. So you can't actually apply online from Australia. You cannot apply online in Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, Malaysia. The nearest country is China, all right, which is a bit of a ball ache. So if you are an Australian, living in Australia, you can't apply online. If you're an Australian and you're just in the UK for some reason, you can apply online. If you're from the UK and for some reason you're in Australia, you can't apply online, okay? However, you can obviously get this done in person at a Thai embassy in the country that you're in. The process, it took me 5 working days to get it done online. It might be a little bit longer to get it done in person, strangely. There are companies that offer a visa processing service. Avoid them. It's a huge waste of money. They take longer, even their express service takes longer than it actually would if you just applied yourself, okay? You're an intelligent human being. All you have to do is follow instructions, okay? It's just a checklist. You want to tick every point on the checklist and you're good to go, okay? If you don't meet something on a checklist, all right, so you need, for example, £5,000 in your bank account. If you don't meet that, then you're not coming in legally. Okay, so I'm going to screen share with you the process of getting this visa. It's online for me here, but it's going to be the exact same process on paper. I'm just filling stuff out on a computer. Otherwise, it's exactly the same, apart from the fact that you need to go to a Thai embassy. Okay, to get there, you need to go to thaivisa.go.th. Make an account. And when you make an account, do not use any autofill options, okay? Do not use any autofill options. So you have to manually type all your details in. And the reason for this is Thai government websites are actually optimized for Internet Explorer 5. Now, that's just a joke. Don't download Internet Explorer 5. The real reason is you'll get an email to verify your account. If you did use the autofill options, when you click the verification link in the email, it will take you to your browser and it will tell you that the verification email is invalid. So you'll get so pissed off with the Thai government that you won't even want to come to begin with. All right, so here we are on the thaivisa.go.th website. So it says here that e-visa applicants are no longer required to submit passports and supporting documents in person at the Royal Thai Embassy, which is good because that kind of defeats the purpose. And then it says here that you're only able to apply if you're not in Thailand and in a country where e-visa services are available. You can actually find this out on the website for yourself. So if you do want to find out if you are eligible to apply online from where you are, you just click here So you create an account, and remember, this is where I said, do not use any autofill options, okay? So I'll click here, and my name pops up. Don't click it. You have to type in your name manually. So fill out all the details. I'm not going to fill it out because I already have an account. So I'm just going to click sign in. So to apply for the visa, you click here, apply for new visa. As I said, to apply online, there's certain countries you can't apply from, okay? So you can't do this in certain countries. And if you're in one of those countries, you have to go to a Thai embassy. So I'm just going to say, for the purpose of this, I'm from the United Kingdom, and I'm also in the United Kingdom. Now, here where it says number of entries, if you only put single, you're only going to get a single entry visa. You want a multiple entry visa, okay? All right, so everything here is pretty self-explanatory. So you need to upload a photo of your passport bio page. I have no middle name, so it says unable to read data. That's fine, just click add to application. You need to upload a passport size photo of yourself. And I'll tell you here, the photograph quality meets the ICAO standard, which means you're okay. Now, everything else here, just fill out the correct details, okay? All right, so it's best here not to lie. So if you're unemployed, put unemployed. And if you make no money, just put no income. As long as you prove you have enough money in your bank account to cover your expenses for the 6 months you're in Thailand, you'll be fine, okay? The minimum they want to see is £5,000. Now here you need to select the date you intend to arrive in Thailand. Date of departure. Now your date of departure cannot be more than 90 days. So you're allowed 60 days at a time to stay in the country, plus you can extend it for 30 days. All right, you need to select how you're arriving. Are you arriving at a land border checkpoint, at a seaport, or at an airport? Okay, fill out your accommodation type. You'll need to provide proof of accommodation while you're in Thailand, even if it's just for a few days, okay? So this is the final page before you submit your documents. All right, so number 1, we've got that uploaded already. Number 2, we've uploaded that already. Number 3, the proof of accommodation. You can either have an email of a booking at a hotel or a letter, a lease letter for your apartment. Number 4, it wants your travel booking confirmation, okay? So however you're arriving in Thailand, it wants confirmation of that. That can be an email as well. This one here, we're asked for confirmation from your employer, a school, self-assessment or pension statement. If you're traveling for tourism, as I said, that does not apply to you, okay? So I just uploaded a letter that says I'm traveling for tourism and this does not apply to me. All right, so number 6, financial evidence. You just need to show a bank statement, okay, a recent bank statement. It says 60,000 Thai baht here, which is about £1,500. I read somewhere else that it wants at least £5,000. Document indicating current residency. Okay, so this needs to be a document that indicates where you currently are. So wherever you said you currently reside, you need some sort of document to show that you're residing there. So it could be a utility bill, a letter from the council, a document that shows you've booked accommodation in the country that you're in, that's where you're staying, and perhaps a scan of your passport that shows a stamp that you're in that country. Once you've done that, you just click done and you move on to the next page. So I'm going to upload those documents and I'll move on to the next part. All right, so there we are. Your application has been successfully created. Click submit now. Now, obviously, I'm not going to click submit now. I'm just going to click apply more. I'm going to go back to my home page, find my visa and delete it. All right, so once you've submitted your application, you'll be taken back to this page. Find your visa here at the top. You click view. Once you've done that, click ready to submit, and then you can click proceed to payment. And that is it. All right. All right, send it off, wait 5 working days at least, maybe more, and it should come back. Once you've got your successful application, you can head back into Thailand. If you applied at an embassy in Thailand, you need to leave the country and come back in on that visa. And that's it, congratulations, happy days, enjoy your remaining days in Thailand. If you do want to stay more, then I don't know, I've not done it, I'm not the person to ask. I'm sure you can find it online. That's it, there's nothing more. That's at least 449 days for you in Thailand. If you do have a question, just leave it below. I'm not allowed out the house for a month now, so I'm gonna get back to all the questions. If I don't get back to your comment, it's because your comment made no sense whatsoever, all right? That's it, I'm done, bye-bye. Okay. I need to get out. All right. Cut.